don't know if they supported him privately. Openly, there was no governor, there was no senator, there was no House of Rep. Results were coming from polling unit landslide. Peter Obi was not winning with 2 votes. Peter Obi was not winning with 3, 4 votes. Peter Obi was giving gaps to both APC and PDP. There was no governor. There was no senator behind this man. But there were the Nigerian people. And those people were still here. Yes, we've been affected by the draconian economic situation, which is deliberate. Tinubu said it. Reduce the purchasing power of the people. He said it during the campaign. Reduce the purchasing power of the people, expand the, whatever that means, expand the tax net. He said it, and that's what he has done. He has reduced the purchasing power of Nigerians, hoping that will reduce Nigerians to nothing. His minions have lost the battle of bigotry, thanks to people like Harry. Bigotry is no longer holding strength on social media. It's no longer holding. Because people like Harry and all the other guys and people like me, we've nailed the bigotry. Now they are trying to use, Peter Obi cannot win election. The PDP boys, always the losers, coming to tell us, Peter Obi has to accept a coalition where he's a second fiddle. We have seen what happens to vice president. We saw it with Osibajo. Osibajo, who we know as a man who is capable, because we saw him in Lagos when he was the commissioner for justice, the transformation he brought to the social justice in Lagos, a template that is still being used across Nigeria. Osibajo was reduced to nothing as a vice president. We saw the ice cream seller, who is currently the vice president, who was going around rabble-rousing during the campaign. We see how they've reduced him. Now we're even hearing that he's not been given access to the president. Is that what we want from Peter Obi? We want all our effort to be used and dumped? God forbid. It's better Peter Obi will not contest 2027 election than to say he wants to become a second fiddle to anybody. If Peter Obi contests as a second fiddle, count me out. Count me out. If Peter Obi is not the frontline runner for the presidential election in 2027, then let's forget this. Because I will not suffer for one man to now relegate the man I'm hoping will change my situation to just going around for condolence visit. No. So let it be clear. We are out for one thing. Come 2027, we Nigerians, we are going to galvanize. Our resolve is not dampened yet. They are making an attempt to do it. We are not dampened yet. We're just waiting for the right time. And since they have started early, we have started early too. Sirdam, thank you for bringing back the violence space and all the other platforms that has been speaking to this issue. On ground, we will start all the WhatsApp group. I still have them. They're still in my phone. It's just to send a message that he don't say to let's start this conversation all over again. I am very confident by God sparing our life, come 2027, a lot of us here, most of us here, will see a new Nigeria bettered. And that new Nigeria will benefit Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, a new Nigeria that will see you as a human being first. A new Nigeria whereby if a vehicle jam you, will investigate it whether it's a terrorist act or it's an accident. A new Nigeria where there will be an accident on the express, there will be an emergency rescue service to lift you. A new Nigeria that will see destitute on the road and house them and give them capacity of training, give them capacity to survive and succeed. A new Nigeria that will see the Nigerian youth as the beacon of hope for this country. A new Nigeria that will empower the Nigerian youth to do more, even better than China. That is the new Nigeria that is coming. And that new Nigeria will be bettered by us. Finally, I gave a military man a lift recently. And I asked him, I said, Oga, this matter, what's going on? Why are you people allowing Boko Haram to demystify the Nigerian army? I mean, some of us that were born not yesterday, we know the story of the Nigerian army. We know how they did, what they did in Sierra Leone. We know what they did in Liberia. You know, heroic effort in this country in bringing peace to those countries. How come the Nigerian army who did those wonders back in the day cannot even quell uprising, terrorist uprising within their backyard? And the man laughed and said, my young man, this is political. I can't go into much details, but what we know This is political. They know exactly what they are doing. That to clear the terrorists in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, can take just 2 months. With the right equipment, with the right motivation, the Nigerian army can clear it and it is all gone. But they know what they are doing. So those people who are doing this thing, trying to terrorize Nigeria, especially those people within the APC party, you are seeing these people, you know these people. There was a report that came from Dubai listing the financiers of terrorism in Nigeria. Till today, APC as a party sat on it. Tinubu came on board, he has not even touched that report. So that means they know what they are doing. They are using this to destroy this country. For what end? I don't know. Why? Why do you want to destroy the country? For who benefits from destroying the country? Yeah. The country as it is, you're already making money. Why do you want to destroy it for us who are already struggling? This is the question I'm asking the APC. This is the question I'm asking their supporters. This is the question I'm asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Come 2027, we will fight for the soul of this country. I guarantee you that.
All right. Thank you very much, Vasni. Thank you very much for your submission. Yeah, thank you. That was quite motivating. All right, quickly. We have so many requests, and I want to see if we can take as many persons. And everybody's making very, very strong and sensible, good submissions this evening. Thank you. All right, quickly. I'm now going to go to Gaboni. Then after Gaboni.
Sorry, please. Well, just 1 minute, please. Before we jump to Gaboni, thank you very much, Vasni. Please, guys, please. I have not heard my voice in a long time. I just want to come and ginger on a small, please. We must trend Tinubu is a one-time president. Let me put it on the Jumbotron. Okay, it's up on the Jumbotron already. Please, if you're forgetting how Twitter operates or how our spaces work here, we set up an agenda. We push the agenda to the very end. That's what the violence space does. Please, there's power in our numbers. There's powers in shaping narrative. We are the last week of the month. We're entering the last week of the month. And these rent seekers, these children of perdition, these children of the evil roasted corn, these children of the evil forest are working hard for their end of the month pay. So if you see them tweeting all these things you're seeing them tweet, it's not the month is ending. So they see them working hard so that they will justify their pay. So our work is to make their work more difficult. So please, guys, if you're here listening to my voice, everyone listening, please, we're trending. It's not going to, if it's trending now, there's no attribute that comes to us. It is for Nigeria, it's for the world to know that we're saying it verbatim, for Tinubu to know that Tinubu, you're a one-term president. It is one term for you. If you change Nigeria from now in the next 2 years, we can now say, okay, this is the justification. I say you're not. You have no right. Tinubu is either mad or he's drunk by his cocaine dealings that he's even thinking of contesting for 2027. It is madness. What is your scorecard? What have you done to Nigerians? I will say, okay, Nigerians, this is what I'm going to campaign on. What is it? All the achievements is that all the politicians are coming to APC. That is your achievement. Tinubu, what have you done on security? Alcoa is now in APC. Tinubu, what have you done in healthcare? And Governor Sharif is now in APC. Tinubu, what have you? If you ask him anything he has done, it is you point politician and he has brought APC. Nothing to show. And he has audacity to say he wants to come out again. So please, guys, let us, with our voices, with our tweets, let him understand that he's a one-term president, whether he likes it or not. Thank you. One Ninja, please, back to you. Let's move on next speaker.
Yeah. Please, I beg. Make me the refresh trend table like say nah this thing. I'm scrolling on trend table. Please let's make tweet with that hashtag. All right, quickly, let me just go now. We are going to go in this particular order here. Where are they? How they don't drop? Okay, we are going to go in this particular order. Gaboni. After Gaboni, the Nigerian citizen. Then I'll take a few minutes. So I'll go to Rita. I'll take it from there. Maybe by the time Harry comes back, we'll get
and also,
it.
please, we see all of you requesting for the mic. Just be patient with us. We'll bring you guys up. The request line is crazy, but to reach everybody, please be patient there. Thank you.
Gaboni, sharp.
Yeah, thank you. Today has been a day of, will I call it an emotional day for me, because the day just started with so many rubbish posts coming up today, and you understand that it was all targeted and it was all planned, and you understand that these people have been, contracted and paid to do the stuff. My happiness is that a lot of us countered this their stupid narrative today. It is so sad. It is so sad that we have Nigerians in their 20s and 30s or early 40s that have seen how this country is going, that have seen that went to school and understand that with the trajectory this country is going in the next 20 years, even they themselves will not be able to survive with the way the country is going. But they've chosen to side with these evil politicians just to discourage Nigerians. I went on Facebook and I made a post about this whole rubbish that's happening. And the feelers I have, the comments I have still gave me hope that Nigerians are tired of APC. Tinubu is scared. The APC are scared. Here they catch them. For them to start now, it's for you to understand how much they are scared. First and foremost, Tinubu knows, the APC knows that he will not win the election in 2023. They know the right result and they know to be won the election. So what they are trying to do now is to make sure that they have governors in the states to be won, so that they can be able to do their magic. But they forgot that those states to be won were not Labour Party states before to be won them. They forgot that in 2023, Delta State was not the Labour Party state. Edo State was not the Labour Party state. Plateau was not the Labour Party state. Abuja was not the Labour Party state. Lagos was not the Labour Party state. But in those states were the states of Nigerians who were tired and said, enough is enough, we don't agree. Those states are the state of Nigerians who are fed up. Even the ones that they say people be one that they say did not win. We know he won them. That is because Nigerians are fed up. And for Tinubu to even have mind, if you ask Grok today, ask Grok on Twitter, who is the worst president of Nigeria? Grok will tell you that the recorded worst regime of Nigeria is Buhari. Buhari is recorded as the worst president Nigeria has ever produced. But believe you me, Tinubu is doubling that record. Now, Tinubu, who is becoming worse than the worst president of Nigeria ever recorded, is having in mind that he wants to come for his second term, and is now doing so much to call Nigerians. My happiness is, if you go to the book of Judges, the story of Gideon, if you're a Christian, for Christians, if you read the book of Judges, the story of Gideon and the 300 Israelites that God used to defeat millions of Midianites. What God did was, there were so many of these Israelites that were going to this war, but God continued to slash them down and continue to reduce them until they were only 300. And why did God do that? God did it because He does not want those people to think that they defeated the Midianites by their own power. He wants them to know that, say, now me do one. And that is what is playing out. That is what is playing out. The PDP is gone now. Now, all the politicians in this country want to come together. The PDP governors have said that on Tinubu's mandate, they stand. Now, you understand that this election is now a coalition of the governors, of the House of Rep members, of the senators, all saying Tinubu unopposed. Now it's now an election of these ruiners, according to Telefile to me, according to versus these ruiners versus the suffering Nigerians. Please, my dear obedience, my dear violencers, those of us with big handles, this is the time we should not sleep. Each time we see these, and I think on the podcast, David Dunay said something. He said we should stop defending. We should be the aggressors. In fact, tomorrow, please let this Tinubu is a one-term president. Let it be trending. If you go to my timeline, you see sometimes when I will post, I will just copy it like 5 times and you capture it and I will post it. Let us be showing it in their faces. Let us be the attackers and not the defenders. Let us not wait for them to go to their WhatsApp meeting first. Let us be putting it in their face for them to be seeing it, for Nigeria to be seeing it, that Tinubu is the one-term president too. He is a one-term president. We should make them see it every blessed day. If it is one post you are going to post every day till 2027, please post it. We must remind them every day that Tinubu is a one-term president. Every day. Let us be telling them. Let it be ringing in their heads. So that even when those influencers of doom, how can you see that Nigerians are suffering? The IMF, the World Bank just brought a release now that in 2027, more Nigerians will become poorer in 2020 by 2027. But this evil blood-sucking, blood money eaters that call themselves influencers. How can a young Nigerian, God, anything will make me eat money that will cause the pain of Nigerians? God, now make I don't see that day. Anything will make me eat money that will lead to the suffering of my fellow Nigerian. It is painful. But obedience, this is not a case of this. Let's see, it don't be. This is the only country we have. Tinubu cannot win this election. He knows. That's why he's starting this movement 2 years before, because he knows he's not popular and he knows Nigerians have the upper hand. We must not allow this psychological warfare to elude or to take over us. So every day we must put it in their face that Tinubu is a one-term president. The only coalition Peter Obi need is a coalition with Nigerian people. Is a coalition with Nigerian people. I hear the mic.
All right, thank you very much, Gaboni. Hashtag Tinubu is a one-term president. Please, let's use the hashtag. Okay, at least I'm seeing it on the trend table, but it's not in the position where I want it to be. Half bread is better than food chin chin sha, but let's keep using the hashtag. I'm seeing it on the trend table, but it's somewhere on the trend table. Hashtag Tinubu is a one-time president. One-term president, rather. Quickly, I'm going to go straight now to the Nigerian citizen, after which I'll come to Rita. Then I'm going to take females back to back. So I'll do Vita, then Celebrity Housewife. Then we'll go from there.
I hail everybody for this space. Emir Sirdam, well-meaning my boss, Mommy B, everyone. All protocols duly observed. I'm going to start by saying a very short prayer. Anybody will collect PR gig to support this APC, they go use and pay ransom. In Jesus' name. Anybody will spoil Niger, we want Japa, that Japa pan will fail. Anybody will spoil Niger from abroad, they go send them back. I just the pressing make me send a US then they so they're not going to send them abroad, then send and go El Salvador. I think that's a better location to be in. And anybody will see they collect tithe, they tell us they saw we come after David. May they be struck with leprosy. Now Bible talk. But now for me, even the thing is even this, right? I was listening today to Peter Obi in John Hopkins, and he said something that was very instructive to Nigerians. I'm going to re-echo it. He said that if Nigerians tell INEC count this vote, they will count it. If Nigerians tell police do this, Nigerians will do it, and police will do it. The number of military people in this country in total are 230,000, if I'm correct. And that is less than 1% of the total number of Nigerians. Until we Nigerians decide that we are going to adopt the militant approach to taking our country, not sitting back and hoping and praying for messiahs like we have been doing in the past. Not sitting back and hoping that one magic. I hate it when I hear Nigerians hope for miracles when we are the ones that should create the miracles ourselves. It really annoys me when I hear it happen. So until Nigerians decide that we're going to take this thing with a militant mindset, until Nigerians decide that if you you know my way now. If you raise your voice, if you get liver to call, say, oh, I support APC, say they will just cut your neck first. Then they will hand them over to you, whether you go fit talk again. Then you will, then we may begin to make some progress in this country. Until then, and if you look very closely, let me make this, let me choose this a bit. People are planning for 2027. APC is planning to make sure that you don't even need to have an election in 2027. Anyway, Nigerians have to be even more brutal with our approach to taking back our country. That is the cuckoo. And it will be useless for all of us if we sit back and hope that Peter Obi is the one that is going to save Nigerians. No. Nigerians are the ones that are going to save Nigerians. And that includes a few things. I'm going to say this. That includes not just speaking up, but also taking action. I go talk am. If you are working for a company that they are part of people that are trying to do XYZ, helping or supporting, that's why you are dead. You don't realize that that's why God put you there. That's why you can, expose information, man. That's your job. That's why you are there in the first place, right? If you have friends that I tell people, there is no way you are going to get a single penny from me. Not a single penny. Most of the people we been there with me 2022, they support it. They know. I know they follow them talk again. If you come to me, I will remind you that you're a very useless person. They had me to call person idiot. Those that know me know. It's not very difficult. Whether you're my friend or not, the fact that you decide they are going to be stupid, I will explain to you that the decision that you made is a very stupid one, and that's who you are. I have no grudges. I have zero apologies for decisions that I make, because you decide you are going to kill me, and I'm going to make it clear to you that I tell people that the reward for armed robbery is capital punishment. The reward for being a terrorist is that I'm going to treat you like a terrorist. We need to start treating these people and their supporters like terrorists, because that's exactly what they are. They have combined together, they have connived together to destroy our country. And I'll keep saying it, if we do not kill APC today, APC will kill us all. APC will make our children slaves, and our children will die too. Because remember, if you think that, maybe one day it's going to work tomorrow, they are bringing their children to also become your masters. So Nigerians, I know, this includes me. Every one of us, every opportunity you see. Truth is, classic example, Ababio has janitor. All of these guys, they have people that work with them that are actually obedient. The question I ask myself, when you find yourself in positions of opportunity, what exactly do you use it to do? Let me round up with this. Remember that picture of the guy that was trying to measure Tinubu's neck? I'm sure you probably remember that picture. Very, very interesting picture. And all of us ask ourselves, wow, so somebody actually saw an opportunity to fix Nigeria many years ago. Maybe we can go back in time and fix our problem once and for all, using some drastic means. Opportunities like that will arise for every one of us in different spheres of our lives. Let us always keep our minds and use every opportunity we have to fix this country, because if we do not, there will be nothing else for us. Lastly, I'll say this. If we cannot fix Nigeria, then Nigeria should be a forest reserve and nobody should be living in it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Nigerian citizen. To be honest, that's where we are heading to. In fact, to be honest, I think we are there already. We just really need to do something. All right, quickly, no time. Let me quickly go now to Rita, after which I'll come to Celebrity Housewife, then we'll go back to the guys.
All right, thank you, Womini. Womini, greetings to you. Emir Sirdam, Bolanle, everyone on this space. You guys listening on X, wherever you're listening from, Nigerians and non-Nigerians, I bring you greetings. And I say thank you for this great opportunity once again. Guys, I was privileged to see the tweets by Deji Adeyonchu from Sirdam's post, where Deji was saying that Obi, the only man whom right now seemed to have the solution to the many problems that we're going through as a nation, should not contest the 2027 election. And since I saw that tweet of his, I have been wondering if truly Deji really wants Nigeria to grow like he always claimed he wants Nigeria to grow. A man who has brought himself out. A Peter whom has long left politics, went into private business with his hard-earned money. He is going from place to place, state to state, helping the less privileged Nigerians. A man whom is tested and trusted. A man who is using his own money to wipe the tears of Nigerians. Obviously, everyone knows that if this kind of a person is in Aso Villa today, he will use our common wealth for we the people and not himself. Deji Adeyonju, a barrister for that matter, is saying that this person should not contest. So if Deji is saying a Peter Obi should not contest, then who is saying should, as in, is the right person to be in Nigerians? Like, seriously, a lot of things are happening already. The governors, the non-political office holders yet, interceded at the camping to APC. The same APC that called for a probe when cattle died in Plateau State. And they could not call for a probe when over 50 persons were killed in the same Plateau State. These guys are decamping to the party that has reduced Nigerians to the point that a 40-year-old guy does not even know the color of 50,000 naira. A lot of them today are jobless on the streets of Nigeria. A 40-something-year-old man does not have a wife and is not even thinking of getting married because of inflation, because of things, because there are no jobs. These guys are decamping to this party because they don't want EFCC to be on their neck, or I don't really know if maybe there's another thing that is making them to go there. But as for me, I will say congratulations to we Nigerians, because a change is definitely going to come in Nigeria, and definitely we need the goats to be separated from the sheep. The Bible says that the wheat will be separated from the shaft. So this phase that we are in currently in our nation is a huge one for us, because now we are beginning to know those who really have the interest of we Nigerians, who just are doing it for their stomach sake. And the time that the new Nigeria comes, we will not be mistaking the goats for the sheep, nor the wheat, or nor the shaft for the wheat. So as many who wants to decamp to the party that has reduced many Nigerians today as we speak, some have not even eaten morning till this time. Some may not have even taken clean water to drink today. These are the same parties you are decamping to because you want to keep lying to yourself and the world that Tinubu is working. No wahala. Keep decamping. Thank God May 2nd is around the corner. Fellow Nigerians, Nigeria may be here today, but one thing we must remember is that nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. We are here today does not mean we are going to be here forever. We will rise. And
English,
at the time we
English,
rise,
English. Wait, please, I beg. Wait me a second, please.
my mouth you won't take say far with the growth it abi. No wahala. Wait for me a second. E no far again. It's just around the corner. Just wait for it. Oh my God. So guys, Nigeria will rise again. And for Nigeria to get to that place where that brother talked about that it will be for the Igbos, it will be for the Hausers, it will be for the Yorubas, it will be for everybody. Like it will work for everybody. We need this separation to happen. A for B or B for A. You will look and see A and you know this is A. You look and see B, you know this is B. You say A, go here, B, go there. With ease. So guys, don't give up on Nigerians. Let's not give up on Nigerians because when it's getting tough like this, it means that a bright future is ahead. Again, now who F up? Who give up? Now F up. We can't afford to give up now. We can't afford to give up now. It is my prayer that God will preserve our lives. Those of us that need in Nigeria that will work for every Nigeria. God will preserve our lives to see that Nigeria that we have been praying for. Oh my God, who is this caller? I'm so sorry. Am I still being heard? I'm wrapping up. Can you guys still hear me, please? Oh my God.
Sure.
Okay,
Go
thank you,
on,
thank
wrap up,
you,
please.
thank you. So I want to wrap up with this. For those who are playing God in Nigeria currently, I have a message for not be even me safe. Now Bible get message for them. Proverbs 21. Let me be sure if it's Proverbs. Yes. Proverbs 21 verses 1 says, is it that the heart of a king is in the hand of the Lord, and that God twists the heart of a king to wherever it pleases him? So you who is saying an elected governor should come and beg you because you feel you are God right now, hear this and hear very good. Your heart belongs to say we can sleep today, no wake up. You go sleep, you no go wake up. Whoever God chooses to say sleep and don't wake up, that person will sleep and not wake up. So please stop playing God, because people like you have done that before, and today they don't leave this earth go, and God still remains God, and it will remain God even after this world pass away. A brand
All right.
new Nigeria is possible. Thank you guys. I yield.
Thank you very much, Rita. Thank you. Thank you for that submission. Guys, let me remind you guys again. We are trending. Tinubu is a one-term president. First of all, let me say well done to everybody. Okay, see, that's why I don't like. Okay, maybe it's just on my side. Anyways, that's why I said it was not. Maybe because I said it was showing small. You people have stopped. Please, let's keep using the hashtag, not just for during this space, but even after this space. But for now, before we leave this space, before we close, let that hashtag be on the trending table comfortably. I actually saw it like before, I think before Rita spoke or somebody, but now it's at least on my side, anyways. Now it's no longer there, so please let's use that hashtag. And let me remind you guys, for those of you that maybe did not see Emir Saddam's show on YouTube that was aired featuring David Undeyi. I don't know how to, you see, I've not talked about that show on this place today because I don't think it's a show that I can talk about. I think it's just something that you watch like you watch, and after I finished watching it, you know, I don't know if you have ever attended a class, right? As in school class, whether in primary or secondary or any school you were at any point, and you felt overloaded with knowledge, like you are trying to remember some of the things, and everything seems so important. So that's how it felt. It was I don't know. It was a bombshell.
Well, let me just come in briefly. I'll
Yeah.
play a very short snippet from it, but I just want to just retouch on this, something that Nigerians are not. Well, not even. You see that these guys overwhelm us with a whole lot of problems every day that we will forget how criminalized government is. 10 billion naira for solar. 10 billion naira for solar in Aso Rock. 10 billion. The kind thief wey Tinubu and him gang be, and you see Nigerians that we go to generator charging station tomorrow to charge their phone. We come out here and defend them, and that's how I was thinking. Okay, let me even clear most Nigerians. I had this mindset that because I started seeing that these Ronu boys, it's like they are making noise. I see some of them, I'm like, where these people they get moral? Is it that Nigerians not handling them? And I felt, and I think many of you are feeling the same way. Many of us don't even know this. So I'll play it here for those that have listened, probably have watched this show. Yes, but just listen to David. David opened my eyes that day. I was like, wow. I was thinking that I was conversing. If I go to a point that if I don't see your picture, or I just go and check your tweet, just anyone that reply you, just look at these animals. Go and check their tweets. They never tweet. All they do is reply. These are APC bot handles. And actually, they are in their thousands. But let me allow David to do that explanation in just a few minutes, please. Then we'll come back to our speakers, please. And do you know something else? I wish I could pull up a post by one of the. I don't know if he's really an Oba or somebody, but I think he's posted as an Oba on Twitter. He was of the opinion that bigotry did not ever come into Nigeria until Peter Obi came in to contest. So their angle is they are saying that Peter Obi is the reason why there's bigotry in Nigeria now. Please, what's your opinion about that?
There's no way to even dignify such people with a response. Like
David. I know, David. You don't want to dignify this response, but I know why I'm asking it because it is going mainstream. So what you don't dignify now because you feel it is not from a worthy voice. It's something that is going into the media space. Right? I've seen so many tweets. I don't know if you've not seen them, but there are tweets that it is Peter Obi that he went to church and said, "Church, take back your country." And Peter Obi is the one that campaigned on religion and tribe. It is what they are saying.
What who are saying? Because
the APC supporters.
They are excellent. They are world champions. These three people are projecting themselves as if they are 300 people. So they know how to get their voices into certain places. That they create multiple sub-puppet accounts. These people have that meeting I referenced earlier that I said it was an APC special ops meeting at the chair meeting. During that meeting, one of the things that was discussed, they claim to have over 20,000 Twitter accounts under their control. This is a relatively tiny group of people with 20,000 sub-puppet accounts under their control. So a lot of what you think of as it's going mainstream, it's their bot network. They have a botnet that is circulating the same narratives up and down. So you think it's going mainstream. The purpose of circulating those narratives is to keep you constantly on the defensive. So you are constantly explaining yourself and constantly defending. Look, don't explain, don't defend, attack. The only way to win is to attack. There has never been a successful defensive war in human history.
Let me leave it there for those that have not watched it. Please just go and you can get everything that David said. I was blown away. These guys have a botnet with over 20,000 accounts on X. So when you think you're even tweeting with, you're not tweeting with a well-planned, orchestrated botnet that just come out here. Someone like that, Animal Farm. He has account for all the species of snakes. He has account for all the species of dogs. That one can have like maybe 1,000 accounts on his own that he will tweet and use all the 1,000 to retweet. So when you see things going viral, I see them like it is them. They have a special account, special team that are pushing agenda. So we on our own that we don't have these resources that they have. Guys, we have to work 2 times harder than these people. It's very, very, very important to understand these things. Tinubu has no supporters. His supporters don't pass 300. 300 fools. Maybe instead of 300, maybe 100 are being paid. The 200 are the foolish ones that have been deceived by the psyops that these guys have been playing on us on social media. Please, guys, important to understand these things and how to shape narrative going into these next elections. That is my own 2 cents. So, if you have not watched the whole clip, please, I'm going to post it on the Jumbotron for you guys. Okay, so yes, on the Jumbotron already. So just check it on Jumbotron. And see that episode. I think it's one that the informations there are just out of this world. But let's go back to our speakers, Women Ninja. Back to you, please.
Yeah, please. I don't know why the say please. Guys, go and watch that video. That interview. It's to be honest, Salame, when I initially started, because I knew you already said after I watched that video, I kind of imagined why you thought you needed to edit it. And you've not told me, you don't even need to respond, but I can almost read your mind that I'm sure when you were editing that video, you were trying so hard to shorten it, to remove a lot of things, but you eventually ended up not. As you know, when you don't remove something, this one important, I need to leave out. You go remove it, say, that's not important, I need to leave out. That's because I, as a viewer, and you know, I review almost anything I watch. As a viewer, when I watched it, I was like, the fact that there was no single minute I could skip. Because normally, even when I watch movies or most things, I can easily skip and also this part I'm not interested. Let me move forward. Even in most things that I watch. So the fact that I couldn't see any part of that video as long as it was to skip, you know, it's a banger. To be honest, that was very and you know, I knew you needed to remove so many parts. I could tell so many points where David would be talking. It looked as if I heard your voice on the background, like you wanted to say something. So I could almost tell that you edited a lot of the part where you said things so that, you know, David's own can be there. So that was a superb interview. A lot. I thought I knew Tinubu, or I thought I knew this criminal system, but I never knew there was some things to say. Like Celebrity Housewife, let's come to you. After Celebrity Housewife, I'll quickly come to Engineer Shaibu. I knew you were here before then you dropped. And after Engineer Shaibu, I'll go back to a lady in Arnett, then we'll take it from there. Dr. Aruna, I see you.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks to the host and co-host for giving me the mic. It's nice to be here this evening and on the topic, the decamping. Well, it has not been funny recently. You know, speaking from my own state, Delta State, we saw what happened yesterday. For some persons that have been discussing with, I've said something like this since last year. But I know most persons may think that, may not take it serious until it happened yesterday. And the drama here have really, really been intense. Like our local parable in Urobo, they say, that means juju don naked, e don turn to wood. So as it is now, going by the way the politics of the country is going, juju don naked. So when juju don, they don comot cloth for juju body, na empty wood you go see. Everywhere don cast. So what are we doing? It is now them against the masses. It is now the masses versus the elites. We have seen that they have been able to buy even royal fathers over. The ones that call themselves pastors have been bought over. Politicians buying politicians. Political party swallowing another political party. We have seen it. What is next? What does tomorrow hold for us? And I know we also We have also seen or heard that INEC is trying to push this a possibility for people to vote without PVCs. You know, when the speculation starts coming, they will use that speculation to test the waters, to see how Nigerians will react. But funny enough, I not just understand. I don't know whether na just the workers. And sometimes we are just so quiet. There's this kind of ungodly silence everywhere that people don't react to things on time before they finally come to actualization. We have to resist every attempt for for such plans of people voting without PVCs. How possible is that? You know, if we allow it to happen, then there's no need for us wasting our time preparing for election in 2027. There's no need, because it's really going to be a frustration to our efforts, and the poverty, the sufferings will be more intense. What we dey see right now is just na industrial training na we dey. If by mistake we don't get it right in the next election, I think someone made a statement just now. Someone made a statement that I would want to.
Is it just me?
No, 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 no. And her background
Celebrity.
was so noisy, man. I just. But let's go on. Let's go on,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. Celebrity housewife. We lost you. All right, quickly. I'm just gonna go over to Engineer Shaibu. After Engineer Shaibu, I'll take Annette, then come to okay, I think Olusegun. Okay, I'll come to Dr. Aruna Olusegun, then we'll take it from there.
Good evening, everyone. It's Engineer Shai. Saddam, 1 minute. Thanks, guys, for keeping this thing running. You guys are you're the guys, you're the powerhouse of the obedient movement. And you guys, doing this thing every day, every time you come on here, it's, taking these hours away from your time to go to work or do some things you gotta do with your family. It's really a very big thing that you guys are doing. Thank you. There's no amount of words, that will make up for that. So, on that, if you are not listening to Hyundai on ESS, go listen to it, because there's a lot of information there for you. Especially now that people are moving anyhow. Politicians are decamping. You may be demoralized. Influencers coming online to say all kinds of rubbishes. You may be demoralized, but go over there and listen. There you will hear how these guys are moving. They have a strategy, and that's what they are working on. So if you have not listened, please go listen to it. That way you can come back, more energetic and ready to talk, ready to fire on, because we need to keep that fire going. All right. So number two, I want to talk about the camping politicians. Nobody should let that one demoralize you, man. Don't do yourself that injustice. Just allow these guys to go into one party, which is APC. Everybody knows APC is a very bad political party. So allow them go in there. Once all of them are in there, then we'll move all of them away from the political space. Once and for all. Use one bullet to kill multiple birds. That would be really perfect. So if they are moving, let them keep moving. The coalition we need is P2B and well-many Nigerians. And well-many Nigerians will be your family members, your friends, your co-workers. 2027 is two years away. We have to start preaching now, going, talk about P2V, because there's a lot of things to talk about P2V, like a lot of things. Every time I go online, just do a quick search. Man, I'm not from I'm not from the southeast. All right, yeah. A quick one for all the Agbado eaters, that keep, telling me that I'm hiding behind a name. This is my real name. Okay, I'm not from the southeast. Okay, on the record. Go online, you know, Google things about this man, man. You know, don't let anybody talk to you, tell you about him. You go do your research. Find out about this man you're supporting. He's not just a he's not just a word of mouth. There are actual things, that evidence, that are online, that him himself is not even doing himself justice to talk about. And I'll tell you, if Tinubu did any like a quarter of that or what that man did, we won't have rating space. These guys will be everywhere talking about it every time. So you go online, go look at that, and let that thing motivate you into talking and defending this man and speaking about him. I don't know this man from anywhere. It's not like I'm being paid. Like people say, if you go online, you can see all of that. Like I'm being paid by P2B. And again, I lost my other account. So this is Engineer Shaibu, rebranded, a new DP. So don't be surprised. It's the same Engineer Shaibu. But hey, let P2B, let that campaign start now. Tinubu is a failure. He has failed woefully. Like he said, he continued from what Buhari did, and that's what he's continuing on. So let's start talking about P2B now and start bringing everything Tinubu is doing to life. How do you spend 10 billion naira on solar power? We talk about that. Then that old man that has no shame, he will come and say U.S. has solar power. U.S. has had solar power since 1979. So why is that now a big deal? These guys are just bringing up like all these big projects just to start stealing money and pumping this money into their politics. So we got to, you gotta be angry. Those things gotta make you angry a lot. All of these things they are doing. So as a Nigerian, you gotta you gotta wake up. Like the influencers now, the brand influencers, the Pamela guy, the Omojua guy, Rega, Reno, Sega, Deji, all these guys. Man, we made these guys celebrities, man. We know how these guys started. APC 2015. Go look, do your research. What these guys did to Goodluck Jonathan. You know, these guys have done a whole lot of evil things. That they'll not come and try to gaslight you. Talk about, man. Please, we gotta be angry. And as obedience, one thing I have to say, just I'm gonna conclude. I don't want hold the mic for a long time. We gotta attack, please, because once you go on that defense, they're gonna control the narrative. You gotta bring your own thing and attack them with it, and let them defend every time, which is what one thing I'm doing very well now. So please, I urge you all to join in on this, man. We gotta be loud. Number one, we gotta take control of this social media space. And we got to attack these guys. Anywhere they say something, bombard them, man. There's not a lot of them. We're a lot more. So please, let's keep this thing up. And thank you again, Saddam. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you all, and good night.
Thank you very much, Engineer Shaibu.
God
Thank
bless
you
my
very
brother.
much.
Real minute, just 1 minute, I
Yeah,
beg. My body just please, I beg, guys. Tinubu is the one-term president too, and the motivation going into 2027 is madness for madness. Madness for madness. Do or die. Now we go talk do or die. The blood of the dogs and baboon. We swim. Let INEC. I mean, people are sending me different things. INEC is saying no PVC. Let INEC see. I don't even want. I don't even talk about INEC and reform or anything. Let INEC decide to even say goats we vote, chicken we vote. If Nigerians, our work is as Nigerians to make sure we turn out in our numbers, we sensitize Nigerians to understand that if those chickens, those votes, any person that comes to rig election will not go back home alive. That is our mentality going to 2027. That's what we have to pass to every polling unit across the country. Any person, look, the numbers of I think somebody just made that. I don't know who made that statement when he said the whole Nigerian police force, army, and all the security forces, CDS, everything, DSS, everything is up to 1 million. We have over 200 million people suffering in poverty. Even the 1 million self of the security forces, half of them have sense. They want a better country, just that they are in an unfortunate position. And what we are doing is our right. We are not coming to come and create a problem. We are coming to vote with our right, but we are coming with the idea that you cannot tamper with our vote. From the polling unit to the coalition center to the state, like every single vote must count. That is the mentality Nigeria have to take into it. I don't care what politicians are coaliting. I don't care whether there's a P2B choose to collate with anybody. I don't care. That's not my business. My business is me as a Nigerian. What will I do? What will I do? Leave politicians to politique. Leave politicians to politique. That is their job. Your job as a Nigerian is what will you do? What are you doing into this next election to make sure that Tinubu is a one-time president? It's what you should ask yourself every day. From your tweets to your engagement with Nigerians offline to your daily interactions, these things are meant to, is what will shape you into taking back your country. Don't look forward for people to be direct. I've learned from 2023 now. I can never wait for any directive from anybody again. No more directive. Nigeria, I, with my own power, will do all I can. If all of us resolve to do all we can, there is no how Tinubu will run that day of election. Ninja, back to you, please.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I mean, you said it, and it's good for emphasis. It's very important to emphasize. There's no need. I'm to be honest. So this INEC, this Decamp, that. I know that when Bible say I look up to the hills. Me, as far as Nigeria politics is concerned now, I look up to Nigerians from comments the help. If Nigerians are not ready to help, if we are not ready to help ourselves, then it's okay. We can continue the suffering, no problem. But I'm not looking up to INEC. I'm not looking up to any politician, honestly. Quickly, let me go over to Annette, after which I'll come to Dr. Aruna, then Olusegun.
Yeah, thank you, well-meaning. Thank you, Sadan, for opening back our violent space. We really missed you, both the time of your retreats and self-searching and all the rest of them. We miss you. We really, really missed you. I'm going to be quick. Actually, I will stand on all existing protocols. I want to ask one thing. One thing I've learned in life is not to allow my enemies see my fear, what I fear. I don't allow enemies to see what I'm afraid of. And that's my philosophy in life. I've carried it through. Why? Because when an enemy sees your fear, they play on your fear. So as obedience, I will advise that we shouldn't let our enemies see our fear. No matter how we think the fear is coming, we don't let them see our fear. I want to ask one question or explain one question on this platform today. The Delta State governor, as a matter of records, did not win any election. He had INEC certification, but not the people's backing. Every other governor that have decamped or wanting to decamp, all of them never won election. But check those states, P2B won all of them. That should tell us something. That we care less whether they decamp or not. As a matter of fact, this situation is playing like Abacha's situation, where suddenly every presidential aspirant was saying it's only Abacha that will save Nigeria. And all the musicians gathered in Abuja and said, mandate to Abacha. And that mandate was never executed. I'm a Christian. I'm not praying for President Tinubu to die. But for an old man, the inevitable is that the end of time will come. Whether he likes it or not, he's an old man. So for him to think that this young generation that is unemployed, my DM, I don't go to my DM again. This young generation will wait for him to die before they come into their inheritance. He must be joking. Please, guard your heart. Whether they release 20,000 influencers, you have the facts in your hand that there was nothing like Labour Party when Peter Obi came into Labour Party. There was nothing like structure, but he made it clear that the people are the structure. In this 2027, the hungry Nigerians, I have a village home, I can't visit anymore. I can't visit anymore. The hungry Nigerians, the insecure Nigerians, those who cannot even enter bus anymore. You see them walking, you think they are doing exercise. They are not doing exercise. They don't have transport money. We fight this election out. Let INEC do what they like. I stand with Emir Sirdam, who said, if you know you will come and you will not go home, you will not think of rigging election. You will not think of rigging election. Let me tell you something. The man carrying the gun at the polling unit is facing one direction. There are other people behind him. Once you notice he cocks his gun, you beat him down from the back. He's a dead man, even with his gun. So what are we talking about? Somebody will die, and somebody will die one day. So there is no fear in all these things they are doing. Tinubu has lost the election already because he's a man that fears, that coerces people to join him. You want Fubara to sign that he will finish first term, decamp to APC and finish first term. What makes you think that Fubara will allow you at the end of the first term to rig the election in the favor of anybody and in your own favor? What are the guarantees? I will end with this. The word of God says, the heart of man is terribly wicked, deceitful above all things. Who can know it? But it is only the Spirit of God that searches it out. Let us not mind the pastors. Most of them, their belly have become their God. So it doesn't really matter what they are saying anymore. I have my Bible in every version I want it. I read from it. Don't listen to the traditional rulers whom they are kidnapping and they are paying ransom for themselves. They are not even able to save themselves. Don't listen to the man in the barrack who is afraid of his own life. He has no insurance backing him. Let Nigerians bond together and say this is doable. Doable under rain, under sun, under terrible conditions. I've listened to David's interview with Emir Sirdam and I said, this man is evil. How we ever allowed him to get in there is what I don't know. I knew he was evil. I didn't know he was that. He was more horrible than I knew. But God helping us. PDP is dead. All the coalition is dead. The only coalition in existence, I wrote it in one of my listings today, one of the things I tweeted today, I said, the hungry Nigerians, the ones who can't get into schools, the ones who have no health care, the ones who have no water, the ones who are not able to amount to anything in this country as at now, it will be us and the elites, political elites, and God helping us. We are more than them. We will defeat them and defeat INEC. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, Madam Annette. Thank you, and it's good to hear your voice again. All right, quickly, I'm going to go over to Dr. Aruna, then I'll come to Olusegun, after which I'll go to Inem.
Please, we have a long list. So if your hands are not up, we'll have to drop it for other people to come up, please.
Yeah, Dr. Aruna, are you there?
No, Yeah, we're meeting Nigeria. Good evening from Lagos, Nigeria. Emir Sirdam. Thank you, Mommy Bolanle, and other violencers on this space. I think this madness has to stop. It is real madness. It has to stop. It has to stop. If you talk about the state of the nation, it is not good to talk about right now. And this madness has to stop. Emir Sirdam, I am one of the most happiest person when I discovered that violent space is back. And I can tell you for free, we are their nightmare. The obedient movement and P2B himself, we are the nightmare of APC. Whatever they are doing right now, it's like, gasping for air because Tinubu is a rejected fellow. He's rejected, he's dejected. He's someone whose record does not have any form of coloration that represent any iota of integrity. Everything about him is, he's seasoned with impunity, he's seasoned with rascality, he's seasoned with shameless autocratic influence. And that is what we are seeing right now. Look, I have the right to say that the result of 2027 election might have been written already. But we are the one that will force them not to implement their counsel. Yes, because all these decamping are just mind game. They are psychological strategy. That is just it. Because Okowa decamping, when he was a vice presidential aspirant to Atiku, he couldn't win his own state. So Okowa is just one man, one vote. He doesn't have any political value to me. As far as I'm concerned, when you come to South, Southeast, these are people that you cannot just corner them into your pocket. They have the mind of their own. And just as Emir Sirdam have said, 2027 is going to be war for war. They threatened Jonathan then that if Jonathan should rig the election or make sure the election does not go their way, they are going to form a parallel government. We will not form a parallel government. We will take over the government because you cannot have a government without the people. These people that are decamping, they are decamping for their own selfish interests. They are decamping for their own selfish interests. And I can say this. I can say it without missing words. If this government will spend $10 billion or 10 billion to fix Aso Rock, to give Aso Rock, is it solar panel, whatever, solar energy or whatever, I can tell you for free, it symbolizes the fact that Tinubu government has failed and the minister of power should go and bury his head in shame. They should go and bury their head in shame. And whoever is defending this criminality, I can tell you for free, you won't have a story to tell your generation. If you are defending this criminality, you won't have a story to tell your generation. Some people's brain has been permanently hijacked. They have been bought over. They have been kept in a particular self-contained. All they do is to tweet for APC. But the time will come, all their evil will find them, it will locate them. Because as far as I'm concerned, Nigerian people will redeem this country. And the redemption may even come earlier than even 2027. Because we can't continue with this madness. This state capture, we can't continue with it. If Abacha, even the military regime, is not as worse as this Tinubu's regime. Tinubu is the most terrible cancer I've ever seen. It's the most high-spreading cancer I've ever seen. It's spreading in a geometric form. It's spreading too fast. It's taking over all the vital organs. And we must rise up as a people to stop this madness. This is madness. This is absolute madness. We can't have a nation. Okay, I don't know, how do we get to this place? Why are all these lawmakers, all these senators, all these governors, why are they not learning from the like of Ike Kweremadu? With all the money he made being in politics, he couldn't build a standard, transplant center, whether kidney transplant, heart transplant center in any part of Nigeria for the daughter to have a transplant. But he went, so people should learn. Whatever they are doing today, it will hurt them down. And that is what Ekweremadu is facing today. If they don't learn it, we will show them that, look, Nigeria belongs to the people. And Emir Sirdam, this fire must not go down. It must not go down. We must tell them, look, this is going to be war. And during campaign, Peter Obi and the like-minded people that are supporting him must let Tinubu and his evil cohort, the elites that are so corrupt, that are supporting his impunity and rascality, we must let them know that enough is enough. We can't tolerate this anymore. We must start working now. The coalition we are going to have is going to be the coalition of the people against this criminal entity. That is what we are going to do. And that is how we can only have a country that we can call our own. I won't say much, but let's keep the ball rolling.
Okay.
Let's start organizing. Let's start strategizing. I tell you for free, Tinubu is gasping for air. The North will reject him, and they will reject him in totality. Tinubu defeat is going to come, and it will be so easy, because even those he thought they are with him, they are going to a kind of work against him, because the people will rise up. And if the people rise up, you don't have any reason not to be on the side of the people. Thank you, Emir Sirdam. Thank you, women in Nigeria. Let me just end here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aruna. Thank you very much. Guys, reminder. We are trending. Tinubu is a one-term president. He's on the Jumbotron. With a picture, if you are just joining, you don't need to just type Tinubu, hashtag Tinubu is a one-term president, put the picture, chicken, and that's all. Don't explain too much, no need for too much shalaye if you know the. So let's go. It's trending already, but we need it to be trending solid. Thank you, and thanks to everybody that have actually made it. So, and for that trend table, now I no go lie, I don't look this place this year. We not be not true say Abado many pass like this Tinubu supporters. I mean, when I'm looking at the retweets, sometimes I'll be like, this is not normal. Like when we say we repost the space, then I look at it, I see we have 800 person now, like 700 thereabouts, and repost is like 300. I'll just be asking myself that maybe this thing is true. Maybe we are just, maybe they are some Abado supporters. But I want to believe that the some of you that have not reposted the space are those that maybe you are cooking, you are using the earpiece, so your hand is not close to your phone. I'm giving you people excuse in my mind. But seeing the trend table, I see that that compliments. So please, let's keep using the hashtag. All right, I'm going to go straight now to Olu. Where's Olusegun? Olusegun, I can't find you. I don't know. Guess you dropped. On that note, let me go back. Okay, yeah, we'll go to Inem. After Inem, I'm going to take a female again, Ordinary Girl. Hope you are a girl. But after Inem, I'll come to Ordinary Girl, then we'll take it from there.
Thank you. Thank you, Emir Sirdam. Thank you, everyone on this space. Well meaning, well done. Abi, well done. An obedient here from Akwa Ibom State just shared a thought with me today. And when he called me, I just saw his call. Promise now said that we are too much on the defensive, just like what Gaboni said. Let's get on the attack. Let us be on the attacking side. Let us attack them daily. With what? With all the nonsense going on in your corner, in my corner. We've seen real-time pains. Make a video quietly, no shouting. Post it however you can. Let something be trending. Let something just be flying. Big handle, small handle, whatever. Let's just see. I think this will stay so much anger in the hearts of Nigerians. More of it daily. You know, something that you see every day. You may not be interested at first when you see the video. Then you see the video another day, another video. Then you see another video from all angles of this nation. Do you know if we push out videos of the pains people are going through in our corners, we will go a long way, so that the anger will build up in such a way that, in fact, nobody will even be proud to open his or her mouth to say he's APC supporter. You won't even have that liver, because people are looking for who to even kill. People are looking for who to slap. In fact, somebody is moving around looking for who will even say, the Tinubu for life. This is what we should do. Let us get to the attacking side, and that attack should be very fierce, should be deadly. Whatever you see is not making sense. Whatever you see should not be like that. Make a video about it. Talk about it. Let us push it out. Dambelo was doing it very well at the northern side with language. However you can. Let's push it. Whatever will stay the anger of Nigerians to the point that nobody cares about no bullets, nobody cares about nothing, nobody cares about charm. Because we have to start building that capacity very early. Anger is a weapon. It's a very big weapon. And when we get to that level, that, in fact, in Nigeria, many people have access to Android phone. Many people, even in villages, even in one place, people will gather and be watching something on the phone. Let this anger get through. Whatever you can video, whatever you can see, whoever you can interview, however we can stay this anger, so that the anger in the hearts of Nigerians will be like, selection for be tomorrow. That is the only way. You see, we don't tire. Since 2022, when the violence space, we don't talk. We don't try, and it's good. And the talk is very good. Now is to attack. This attack should be deadly, back to back, no breathing space. Whatever you can just exhume. Let's get to work. Nobody should stay at defense again. No, we are attacking, and that we should do it with everything we owe sacred. Everything. Nothing should remain. Thank you. I yield.
Thank you very much, Inem. Thank you for that submission. All right, quickly, I'm going to move now to Ordinary Girl, after which I'll come to Justice.
Thank you, Saddam, for the opportunity. So, my angle is about this recent wave of social media gaslighting and manipulation that just kicked off ahead of 2027. We can actually tug this rope to our side if we are ready to match aura for aura. They are already in panic mode and have already started activating their campaign robots, the likes of Deji, Showore, and many other affordable political jobber men. See, if you have already blocked these guys
Wait,
before,
Ordinary Girl, what did you call this? Sorry. You say affordable what?
they are affordable political jobber men.
Wow.
Because if they are not affordable, the government will be giving them better than they are getting. They are still in one place, rotating in one place, collecting the same thing year in, year out. So yes, affordable political jobber men. See, if you have already blocked these guys, this is my personal angle. If you have already blocked these guys before, unblock them. Unblock them. We need to gather, film their shame, film and where, then cut the camera on top their head. Unblock them. Last time I blocked them, block, because they nearly killed me.
This way does the drop fire. Go ahead.
Yeah, they nearly killed me. They nearly, I don't have strong heart. They nearly killed me. If not that Harry came from, I don't know where Harry came from, and started making me to have strong mind, small, from the post, like, if you block them because of mental health, you need to drop mental health and unblock them and face your fear. If not, these people will finish you to the point that you will not even have money to buy anxiety drug for that mental health problem by the time the thing start real in 2027. These people, if you have blocked them, go and unblock them. So that when they post poop, to create fear and to make Nigerians resign to fatalism, Respond before the post gets cold. Mess up their comment section so that when they check it, they will see how stupid the masses see them to be. And they will understand that we are definitely matching aura for aura this time. How one Deji, one Pamileri go post, like 1,000 of us go come, they worry for two people, two cookie with bad record everywhere, with smelly mud rubbed on their body. This one has a murder case. This one agege bread. This one, and they go post and we go worry. So people supposed humble them, humble them on their comment section. We go they worry. We go they explain. They explain ourselves. See, contribute to their heart attack and make that job hard. That job they collect, make it hard for them. Be the reason why their paymasters will spit on their face before they hand them that paycheck because they know they deliver accordingly. Because we didn't let them deliver accordingly. Blocking them is for their advantage. I have unblocked all those people. Tackle them till na then go run block you. Me, I've unblocked them. I even set notification for buy your non-nuga post today because you see those in songs when no they see, I go put them for your face. I don't set notification. If I hear Pim, it must hear from me. We need to put them in place. Tell them that we know what they are and then we know who we are. No need for turning around and around. Let everybody come outside. See, let's make them think twice before they tweet. Segali is a proof that anybody, any freaking person can be relegated. You see that show where that is flexing mouth around Peter Obi every time. Are you aware that Showare's blood brother, Alien Showore, is a staunch APC politician with appointments in Ondo, their hometown, and his brother actively campaigned 4+4. Showore has never abandoned that his brother, but every day he's abusing Obi for going near career politicians, for going near thief politicians. Hey, they go near old politicians. You are making friends with the old cartel. You are part of them. We need a new breed. Shut up. Who told you you are a new breed? Come on. You are just hiding under your younger brother. You don't. Since you don't talk this young man thing, you don't even notice. You don't even notice that you are old already. You are also getting old. Every day you are with the old people. You are with the old people. Same story. But you have not abandoned your brother. But everybody should isolate. You are free to go on Facebook and browse Allen Showore, Allen. If not that he is not worth it, and tell me if I'm lying. Showore is just a jealous person. See how excited he was in that video to see Ribadu. Hyping Ribadu like a proper SUG president, hyping a visiting politician so that he could drop something for boys. This is someone that says every day, damn mingy politician. So the question I have for that Showore, if he's here listening anonymously, is it that you, Showore, you don't mingle with old politicians, or old politicians hardly give you opportunity to come around them because they don't give you the opportunity because they know that you do not have any real political clout or relevance? If they give that noisemaker Showore opportunity, you will see how happy he will be. See how happy he was around Ribadu. If you watch that video, you will understand. He was just chattering. That's how happy he will be. Just that they don't give him, they don't send him. Nobody sends Showore, not masses, not youths, not even the thieving politicians. Because they know that he's nothing more than an English-speaking crook that is hawking paid slots for controlled opposition. Nothing more. What fits that Showore and his likes? All those people that they have hired. I'm hammering on Showore because those ones are trying to hide, claiming that they are working for the people. They are good governors, trying to position. Meanwhile, they are exactly everything you should fear. Like, they are exactly everything you should be against. You see what fits those type of people? Showore, Deji, all of them in that category is aura for aura. You remember that former deputy governor of Kogi, Edward Onoja? Onoja did not even aura for aura. Onoja did gutter for gutter saga with Showore here on Twitter and banged his ass to utter silence. Since then, you know Showore is on your case. He will continue to bully you. But you see, since that time, the man stood his ground, did aura for Showore, yeah? Since then, Showore never tried to cyberbully that man again. He knows his targets, the quiet ones, the calm ones. That's why you see him always trying to pick up on Obi every time. But do not allow him. Today, that political jobber man, I saw what Saddam posted. I read it. I'm like, yeah, what is this? That Showore and Atiku must promise not to contest. That post is screaming corn, 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 even though there is no corn written on it. You see those kind of people, when you engage them, people like Deji Showore, because the reason why I'm hammering on these people, because you will be looking at this one thinking he's an activist, you are making excuses for them. And you are lying there, you'll be begging them, listen, I also like your pattern, you are my guy, you should be to be. I'm telling you to stop it. I'm telling you that they are everything you should be against. Not people you should be saying, come to us, leave, stop that thing. No, they do stop doing it. You see those kind of people, when you engage them, do not be nice. When you engage them, do not be civil. Do not even try to be politically correct, because you are dealing with black market businessmen, and your life, your future, and the future of the next generation are the commodity they trade on. Are you going to let them see? I hope it is clear already that they have launched these unscrupulous elements to come and tell us what we should be telling them. Give them the Onoja treatment, and worse, be the aggressor. Harry did not push back bigotry by explaining to bigots, life not be like that, life not be like. He didn't know that. He literally took the narrative from them, owned it, and chased them out of the garrison. My point is, do not allow their voice to be louder than your own voice. We plenty, how many influencers they won't pay? We plenty past them. That's how you win them. Shut them up. And another thing I want to say is that Obi should really be careful of that coalition too, because what if it's a move in their game of chess? Get Obi to join the coalition, quickly block Labour Party with an APC sneaking candidate, crumble the coalition quickly, let them go back to Tinubu, pull a Valentine on Peter Obi, and let the masses be stranded. It is the masses that will not be stranded, not even Peter Obi. These are my far-fetched thoughts. I stand to be corrected. Having said this, I yield the mic. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
You don't submit finish. See me just there, they enjoy submission. You now went to, there are so many lines you dropped on that submission. In fact, I don't know how you were composing the words, but everything you said, you were right. Everything you said, you were right. But the one that stuck to me was that affordable political jobber man. I don't even put acronym na APG. Make it for the quick me to call. That's what they are. APG, affordable political jobber men.
Bro, just imagine, this drug dealer left Nigeria with our private jet, with new jets. He buy new jets. We will not send and make him buy. He go chief for France for 3 weeks. He not tell us anything. We don't know. We never saw him in any meeting anywhere with any the president of France or diplomats in France. We did not see him for 3 weeks. He come back. Nothing. He no even share for us anything. Make we chop. No biscuit for boys. Nothing. He has come back to status quo. The next thing is coming back. Everybody just did the camp. Nothing you can point to that this criminal went to do in 3 weeks. 3 wasted weeks. You saw that finish as in Nigeria. I'm just pointing for those children of the roasted corn here. You saw that in finish. You can't see me now, where I look one man, just the yesterday evening, him day burial for Anambra. I wake up for morning, he don't kneel down for Rome. Before I go talk for evening, they say in the America. He did 3 countries in a day. You they see evidence, picture and everything. You can't make, they ask me, say, the work rate alone of this person that is a public servant, he's not using private jet. If they run for airport, like say they enter Molui. You see this work rate alone in terms I know I shouldn't wish it on my country. I should wish for an avaricious kleptomaniac that all he thinks about is stealing upon me. It can never be better with you, any of you listening to my voice and supporting you. It don't feel better for you and your family. It don't feel better for you. If you wish this pain on top of Nigeria for another continent, you go use your hand. Thank God say we no get hospital. You go use the hand pay ransom tire. All those bandits everywhere, all those kidnappers everywhere, they go find you. You guys are evil. The only thing you can brag about this man is that he's a master planner in dragging criminal politicians to his side. Nothing you can point to and say he has done. There's no work rate. You cannot even name one state and say, oh, out of the abundance of his good heart, he went to visit people in Benue State that are suffering from attack, or people that are being killed in Plateau State, or people that are dying, or he does not go anywhere across the country. He's just chilling at the rock. And you idiots want Nigeria to support this nonsense into 2027. You don't go better for now. It cannot. Let me back to our speakers today.
Omo, I said these people are not worthy to live among men. They are not worthy to live among us. That's my take. All right, quickly, I'm just going to go straight to justice. After justice, I'll come to Lord Ekato. Ekato. Go ahead, Justice.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, meaning Nigeria, Emir Saddam, and members of the violence space. Well, it's obvious. These are criminals that have nothing to offer, jumping from one party to another. But, just like so many people have said, let them all be in APC. Let them all be there so that voting them out will be clean. They know that there is nothing that they will offer between now and 2027. But guys, please, APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the criminal drug dealer and diploma certificate forger of Chicago State University, is panicking. There is panic in that camp.
Please,
Are you
please,
surprised?
I beg, what do you call him?
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the criminal drug baron that we're expecting that his FBI unredacted files will drop next month, and Chicago State diploma certificate forging bandit. It's clear. One man forced a university to lock their Twitter handle for over 3 years now. One person. Anyway, before I digress, now I am saying this camp is panicking. More governors will defect. Nobody should be surprised. But please, as a Nigerian, hold your head high and remember that if you were able to shock these guys when you were regarded as two people tweeting in a room, the unfortunate INEC, which I'm also coming to, gave you 6 million votes, assigned to you 6 million votes, when we know it's over 10 million. Imagine what you now do now that you even have some members of the House of Assembly, State Assembly, in the Senate and the Federal House of Reps, and a governor. Now, on the issue of INEC, I think they are trying to make a clean criminal move. The moment INEC makes it mandatory that you can vote without the PVC, ladies and gentlemen, bear it in mind that the 2027 election will be rigged. It is clear. So I am on this space encouraging Peter Obi and all the members of the Obedient movement not to sign any peace pact. Going into 2027, as God spares our lives, nobody should tell anybody to sign peace pact. That's nonsense thing from one of those Abdusalami Abubakar or so, yeah? Nobody should sign it. 2027 is a referendum on Nigerians. It is fire for more fire. If you say your head they touch, okay, let us have it in 2027. Nobody should sign any peace pact. I'm not interested. If Peter Obi signs that, I won't vote. Let me make it clear now that this is my position. No peace pact for 2027. Handlers of Peter Obi, please tell him, because soon they will start hawking it like a gala. That 2027 is a make or man moment for Nigeria. We must have peace. Nobody is going to court after election. So if INEC pushes this through, just like they have pushed, the unfortunate state of emergency that is illegal anyway, through the National Assembly, that Akpabio that is looking for Nyash, is just approving anything that comes from the federal government, the executive arm. They are most likely also going to push through INEC, allowing for anybody to vote with anything. Invariably, they're trying to circumvent beavers. They're trying to circumvent IREV, which are critical aspects or gadgets that have now been brought into our electoral process to make it clean, to make it transparent, to make it measurable. These criminals in power want to do anyhow for 2027. Therefore, everybody must be ready. This is APC versus Nigerians. That is what 2027 is. Anyway, but this is besides the point that, assuming without considering that Nigeria's democracy survives in 2027, because left for me, the military should take over. Sack these bloody criminals that have no scruples and no iota of shame, and they don't even want to work for Nigerians. Sack them and take over. It's already happening in Burkina Faso. You can see now that there is an international opera to keep that man in power. The black nation, the black race, is fighting for the first time for her survival in Africa. Because we know these things are multifaceted. We have the international community having a hand. I don't know for the life of me why a president of Nigeria will be, romancing with France. France is not our colonial, imperialists, as it were. They didn't colonize Nigeria. It was Britain. So it tells you how deep the criminal drug baron Bola Ahmed Tinubu is with the international community. Of course, he is also rumored to be a US asset. Whether they have cut him loose now, we don't know. But let us also remember, finally, next month is likely the month FBI drops the unredacted files of this bastard. Just as we are fighting his Ronu bandits, both on bigotry or on this space, trying to neutralize their shenanigans and madness, we should be ready to amplify that result when the FBI results drop. The files on this guy drop. That is, for me alone, what should destroy his presidency. And he knows it. So whether it gets released or not by the coming month, we shall see. 2027, if this democracy continues the way it is going, should be fire for fire. Anybody that preaches peace to me from now going forward, you will get blocked. Thank you very much. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Justice. All right. I'm going to go now to Lord Ekato. If you're on the speaker session and you plan to speak, just make sure your hand is up. Immediately after Lord Ekato.
You want me Bonale hand up now, bring her back. Maybe she wants to say something.
Okay, I was just hoping I'll bring her up probably at rounding off point. I don't know. Mom B, do you want to say something like very fast?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, should be in the past when we have irritants, nuisances, these so-called influencers, referring to a particular shortman devil. When we decided that we had enough of the bullshit, that we made him irrelevant, and we've done it to so many others. Perhaps that's where we need to start, because they're getting the money, they're being paid because it is assumed that they have that reach. Why are you following them? I beg, unfollow all of them. Those who are clearly not standing for Nigeria or for you as a fellow Nigerian, right? Now is a time where we render them useless, irrelevant, unable to get their message anywhere. Because if we do that, then this silly attempt, and I know there are going to be so many more, we literally limit their influence, right? Because you don't want it popping up on your timeline. When it pops up on your timeline, somebody else will see it and start shaking. Somebody who perhaps isn't as brave as you, who isn't as decisive as you, who isn't as determined as you. So I think we're at a point where all of these people, now they give them air, oxygen is from us. Because if you go to their posts, it's usually us going there to go and fight. How about we render them useless? Because we have better things to spend. We should spend our time, our energies on letting them know that we don't need politicians, we just need us, right? And so therefore all these people who are like mosquitoes. Slap them one time. Let me go and sit down somewhere. That's what I like to add. Just wanted to add that. Thank you, Ayod.
All right. Thank you very much, Mami P. Right on point. Lode Kato, please go ahead. After which I'll come to Guardian of Hope. That's Madam Rhoda Sanda.
Good evening, everybody. I'm standing on the existing protocol. Look at this, my name, and by the grace of God, I'm from Benin City and I'm based in Benin. Honestly, looking at the things that is going on in Nigeria presently, it things that give me sort of heartache. Why do I use the word heartache? Because people that you once trust or you once believed that they are people of integrity, they are the people that are showing that they know nothing like integrity. Now, for the average Nigerian on the street, everyone knows that the problem we are facing today is as a result of Tinubu's handling of the economy. Number one, he never won any election. He was dubiously pushed into it because he said it was his turn. And now his turn that he claimed it was, look at the outcome. Things are very expensive and things are on the high rise every day, and Nigerians are clapping and saying that he's a master strategist. Master strategist, my foot. Somebody that is not prepared for something, you give him something to hold. How do you expect such a person to perform? How do you expect such a person to perform? Already, it was a gang of criminals that brought into power, and that is who he is trying to impress. And everybody that is jumping ship today to align with him, they are criminals as well. It doesn't matter who they were yesterday, but now that today they have joined camp with him, they are all criminals. So, my people, the things, they surprise me. You know why they surprise me? Because it is this time you will actually know the people who are those that stood with you or that are still standing with you. There was a brother that posted today. Let me quickly pull it up. So he posted and I liked what he said. The account is, just a moment, please. Cizo. He posted today, it's 10 hours ago. He said, the beauty of all your enemies going under one house is that it makes them easier to identify and bomb. The beauty of all your enemies going under one house is that it makes them easier to identify and bomb. So I come under this post today and I said, all the people that are cross-carpeting to APC today, they should take note, because all that they think that they are going to enjoy in APC is going to, in fact, immediately they cross, just like Boala said in time past, that anybody that joined APC, his head, his brain, it no longer function again. So all these people, their brain has been seized. That is why they are not even responsible men. They are not responsible women. How can you be a responsible man? You see somebody that is killing you. You are singing his praise and you are dancing to his tones. So it's something that is very alarming. And to make matters worse, my brother, this is 2025, for God's sake. We are not even fully in 2 years into the administration of the illegal president we have in place, and yet he is campaigning. This is June. This is April. We are not even in May yet to complete 2 years that he forcefully took power. He is already into campaigning for what? To show you that he is panicking. He know that he's going nowhere. He know that he has messed up everything in Nigeria, and so he's looking for a common ground whereby when he rig himself again, he will say he actually win. That is why he is bringing these people, threatening them. He will do this, he will do that, in order to make them to come to his camp, and they are foolishly flooding to his camp. What kind of people are these? Even those that were people that have no political relevance anywhere, just by associating with Peter Obi in 2023, they won their election. They are also decamping to this evil party to go and line up with the man who is killing them. Now, take for example, within this week, it was announced that Aso Rock is going to power Aso Villa with 10 billion naira of power, solar energy. These are the same people that increased energy tariff for Nigerians.
For the first time in the history of electricity supply in Nigeria, they created, they differentiated citizens to place them on bands, say band A, band B, band C, based on how they term you. Say if you enjoy 24 hours of light, you be termed as a band A. And remember, all this supply is coming from one source. Now they give you that these people, they are not qualified to enjoy 24 hours of power. This one are qualified to enjoy 18. This one are qualified to enjoy 12. As the case may be, they placed you under that band. And placing you under that band, they increased the tariff. And they increase the tariff for you. Now they say that the amount they are paying in Aso Rock is too high for them. Now they are going solar. Who is fooling who? Who is fooling who? So these people that are clapping for them today, because they gave them 10,000 yesterday to vote for them, 20,000 to vote for them, they thought that was the end. Now, are they still living with that 10,000? Are they still living on that 20,000? Has it not finished? That is why the 2027 election, by the grace of God, just like everyone who has spoken earlier, has submitted. It is in fact, it is aura for aura. When they bring gun, we should have people that are capable as well to bring gun. When they bring cutlass, we should have people that are capable to bring cutlass. And let's see how they are going to do their wayo and their uru that they are be doing and be flying away with it. So for me as a person, their decamping does not move me. In fact, it's actually a good thing for us, the ordinary Nigerians in the street, to identify our common enemies. We are now seeing all of them that they are our common enemies, because people that have kept us in abject poverty, in abject pain, in things that in fact, look at how things are expensive today. Were they like this? Even when Buhari, who we seen as a disaster, was in power, things were not like this. But this man that say he's a master strategist, he built Lagos. Look at how he has scattered Nigeria, and now he's looking for somewhere to hide. He has no place to hide. Tinubu is a one-term president, and that is all. So he can never, no matter how much he buy people. In fact, look at our religious leaders. All of them seal their mouths because they are benefiting one way or the other from his government. They cannot speak. Look at the time of Jonathan. Pastors were coming out to protest against him. But what is happening today? They have all gone silent because they thought that when they talk, when they speak anything, he will come after them. Who is afraid? Is the man that is afraid to die that will never speak. After all, you speak, you die. You don't speak, you die. That is the mentality we are going to carry into 2027, and they are going to see it from Nigerians. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Lugar de Kato.
Yes, please.
Koyo. I wanted Koyo. I was going to ask you, is this your first time of Violent Space?
Not my first time, but my first time was speaking.
Okay, because the way you said that person Sizo, who be this? who be this person we don't know Prophet Ensis? Nah, yeah. That's good. So just to put it in context, the tweet you saw is a minister, a prophet, an apostle in this divine violence space.
All right.
So, yeah, so I just wanted to be sure about that. Go on. Well done. All right, okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to go straight to Guardian. So I see Adamu, I see Ani Biju. Sorry if I murdered your name. And in New Nigeria is possible. I see all three of you on the speaker session, but your hands are not up. So I'm going to go to Guardian of Hope. While Guardian of Hope is speaking, I'll just hope you guys are able to raise your hand. Adamu, because sometimes Adamu, if you don't request me, I go sleep. So I don't want to call person with all the sleep. And the person not go snow enter my this thing. All right, I'm going to go straight to Guardian of Hope, and hopefully any one of you raises your hand after within that time. If not, that will be it. Guardian of Hope. Meanwhile, Madam Rhoda, our condolences to Plateau State, to your people, to our people. I saw the picture when Peter Obi came to visit, and I saw you were there. I know you've always been there, and thank God that you've been. It's just crazy. Thank God that you've been surviving this, and I pray that you continue to live safe and sound, and this terror will not get to you and yours. Ultimately, this terror will come to an end soon. Our condolences to you and the people of Plateau State. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, well meaning. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure being here again after a very long time. Yes, it's not been easy. The challenges are just too numerous. Is it the killings, the economic hardship, and what have you? But then we're still here, we're moving, thank God. I just want to, I don't know how to put it, but I might not speak exactly the way everyone has been speaking, and you have to forgive me. My submission is this, well meaning. Some people are saying, why is Tinubu campaigning now? Truth be told, for some, once they enter school, they begin preparation for their final exams from day one, while for others, they plan towards the end of it. The aim of it is for you to pass your exams. Now, that is the strategy Tinubu and his people are doing. Tinubu doesn't have anything in mind as regards governance. All he wants is to loot money and to be in power. Now, we want good governance. What are we doing differently? Let me tell you, there's a big gap between what is happening on social media and what is happening on real, as in on ground. The reality is that there's a very wide gap between the obedience on space, on social media, and those on ground. Now, how do we marry these two together? We must make deliberate effort to marry the two together because they are equally important. We all have our various polling units. We have wards where we come from. What influence, what role are we playing right now? Or we're waiting for next year before we start preparation. We know what went wrong during the last election. Do we wait and allow same thing to happen? Do we come together every day and then talk about issues without making more changes? A lot of lapses happened. So many things went wrong during the last election. Forget that we have a very good candidate, a very credible one at that. But I'm telling you, we're all not too prepared for it. We didn't work hard enough, or rather, we did not strategize enough. And until we begin to realize some of these loopholes and correct them, what happened last election might still happen again. Whether we like it or not. Today I was in Bokos. I was even scared of not visiting Bokos again after some, certain things happened yesterday and day before yesterday. But they called us for a meeting. There was a meeting that was set for Monday, which was convened by our former gubernatorial candidate. I did not attend that meeting because I was in Bokos on Monday. So they said everybody should go back to his local government, we from the central zone. So I decided to follow them for this meeting today. Guess what happened at the meeting? Today, the ward ESCOs, local government ESCOs were dissolved. Even the man we ran for election with, I was to deputize him. Today, he declared he is no more an LP member. I'm not saying that we should be Labour Party members, but you know what? They are all decamping to APC right before our very eyes. And they finished from the ward. Now, local governments by Monday, they are moving to the zonal headquarters to decamp officially to APC. I stood up. I was like, there's power in social media. I'm seated here today, not consenting to what is happening. If I'll be the last woman standing, let me be the last woman standing. I am going nowhere until His Excellency Peter Obi says, move. This is where we're going to. Why did I remain there? It's because of the knowledge we have online. That's why I'm telling you that there's need for the two to marry itself together. A lot is happening at the grassroots. There's an exodus movement, like people are moving. Forget that there's hardship. Everybody's looking for a greener pasture and they are being deceived that, the grass is greener at the other side. You don't blame them. People are going through a lot. And those that are in government are being threatened of one EFCC case to the other if they don't decamp.
Sorry, Madam Roda, please let me cut you. Please, when you say people are moving, are you saying politicians are moving, right?
Not just politicians, even the grassroots people. If not just politicians, I'm
Please,
telling
when
you
you say
what.
grassroots, I want to understand grassroots moving. How are they moving? What are people giving them that are moving? Let me understand, please.
We're not giving them anything. They are leaving the obedience movement. They are all moving to APC.
So then, okay, there's AP is offering them good health, something that is making them feel comfortable.
Exactly, regardless what they are going through, which I
Okay.
find very difficult to comprehend. How can I be suffering and then I'm taking myself to who is inflicting this pain on me? It's strange and it's absurd. I cannot even comprehend. But then on our own side, what are we doing? There's need for engagement at the grassroots level. There's need for serious engagement. See, every one of us has his root. We all came from one place or the other. Let everybody go back. If you are in Nigeria, go back home. Start getting things right. If you are not in Nigeria, please get somebody from your polling unit. If I deliver my polling unit, you deliver yours. We will win this. But if we just come together and then talk, while others are doing the work at the background, how would you go and snatch it? Tinubu was not in power when he became president. This man is on the seat. Forget that he's panicking. That might be an assumption that he's panicking. He knows what he's doing. He's not after governance. He's after power. He wants to remain in power. And they are doing everything possible. I was telling someone today when we were going to Bokos, I was like, is this jazz or something? How can people be suffering and then moving to APC? He said, no, some of those of us from the middle belt, at least we should be grateful. Some policies that Tinubu is making is in our favor, for approving this, passing the bill of this middle belt, whatever. You can imagine their own thoughts. So everybody has one thing he's looking at. But then, as a movement, as a people who believes in good governance, what are we doing to take back this power? Tinubu has given us the tips. Power is not given to anybody. You must take it by force. You must take it, and that we must do. If we are not deliberate, we just come, we talk and go, we're going nowhere.
Yeah.
So that is just my own point. Everybody go back home.
Okay.
Whether physically or otherwise, go back home and fix your polling unit in order. Let's start, and after that, we can start, getting our agents in place. Whether coalition comes or we
Okay.
remain in LP, by then we have a solid and a very formidable structure. Otherwise, it go hard. That is
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Madam Rhoda. Thank you very much.
1 minute, I beg. Let me respond.
Madam.
No vex.
Yeah, I'm coming. So just to quickly clarify some of the points that Madam Rhoda raised, right? It's and this is very, very important. Very, very important. Um, you know, so I don't think she probably intends to sound like that. So, but so you don't at the risk of wanting to call for grassroots mobilization, make it sound as if. So let's be very clear. In the last election, Peter Obi did not lose the election. So it's not like, something happened that made Peter Obi lose the election. I think the only thing that happened was that probably Nigerians, we didn't just know how desperate we should be. And what you said was, let's be deliberate. I think the right word is, let's be desperate. I get the point on grassroots mobilization. I think I'm more interested in the message to grassroots mobilizing. Like, I'm not interested in the mobilization as much as the message. If the message is, get your PVC and vote, then it's a wrong message. To be honest, if the message is come out and vote, is a wrong message. The message should be, and I mean, like I said, I agree with the grassroots part. I'm just trying to further emphasize the message. The message is that the next election is a do or die affair. Is either we are going to do it, or is either it's a choice. Is either we die doing it or we leave it. So it's very important not to sound like, oh, because I almost at some point was thinking, is it that last election, everything that could have been done right, and there's always room for improvement, but a lot was done right. So not to just put that image out there to make it look like, oh, the last election, maybe we just didn't do some things right. That is why we lost. Everything was done, at least enough to have won the election. So nothing changes that much. Mommy P, please go ahead.
Yeah, my sister Rhoda. Yeah, I've been listening um to the points you were making about the grassroots mobilization. And to a certain extent, I agree. I mean, those of us who have been working on trying to build our obedient movement structure. I mean, people think it's easy. It has been almost a year of trying to come up with a blueprint or a structure which everyone would feel part of and take ownership on. Right. But regarding the mobilization itself specifically, Maurice Moye is our director for grassroots mobilization, right? And whilst we were waiting to have all the sort of states, the sub-regional and then state um, coordinators in place, so that we're working on the premise that it is people on the ground that know what is going to work for their state, right? So it's not like nothing is happening. It's just that a lot of things were happening behind the scene, and now you're going to start seeing more and more and more of it, right? I'm going to ask Maurice to reach out to you because I remember quite clearly from the work you did during that election where you are going up mountain itself, were everywhere. You not only was driving the PVC, getting people registered and collecting PVCs, you also in fact evangelizing, right? So I know that you are a very strong grassroots person, and there's so many of you, people like you, replicated across Nigeria. So we're not forgetting anyone. What is going to happen is we are going to sew it up so that all the mistakes we made, right, during that election cycle, right, and that's to Womin's point that getting votes was not our problem, right? We got the votes. What happened is a lot of us were fooled or lulled into a false sense of security around the Electoral Act. We did not know, like a woman has said, how desperate they were going to be, right? But we are now the desperate ones. Therefore, all those loopholes, we will close them. I hear what you're talking about. I mean, Dr. Tanko talks about having ward defenders. He's called the various names. I don't know what name he wants to settle on, where we will be bringing all of that together, right? But what we have also been working on is to have the technology or the tools we need, right, to register people away from whatever's happening in Labour Party, right? Because wherever we're going, if we have a formidable, robust structure, then we can go anywhere with it because we will be going to whatever conversation is from a place of strength. We already have that strength, but we want to show them that we can get organized. So I know it seems slow and it's very frustrating, especially knowing that these people are not even going to wait till next year. They clearly have jettisoned the constitution completely, or the Electoral Act, which tells you when you can start to campaign, because do this campaigning over a year to before it officially starts. So we know that they're doing, and we know they already have structures, and we know there are going to be people who are going to decamp. The wala we had with LP is one of the reasons why. However, we went into LP. LP was a structure for hire. A lot of the people who were in that were existing members of LP were also very transactional and corrupt. Right? And that's what we then saw. We entrusted, we were just giving money and doing stuff. Meanwhile, right? The sabotage was across Nigeria, and we have to acknowledge that. So we then have said to ourselves, we are organized and we have the people we need on at every level, from wards, from the local government and everything up to state and up, across Nigeria. Then we are in a better position to protect those votes. But our work at the moment, we know that that's the task. But our task right now is to begin evangelizing again and let people know that this thing that we started in 2023, we have not finished. We started. It's not a sprint. It was always going to be a marathon, because the powers and principalities of Nigeria do not want the change that we are all desiring. So, my sister, please be patient with us. We're getting there. But I'm going to ask Morris specifically to please reach out to you, or Dr. Tanko, so that you can begin to have those discussions. I know that the names of state representatives that we have are going to be out soon, if they're not out already, right? But please, I just wanted to reassure you that we are working on this. We're going as fast as possible, hoping to get to a point where we can have an obedient movement convention where everyone across Nigeria will be able to attend. Thank you. I yield.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Well, meaning, sorry, let me just respond to Mommy B. Thank you very much for this response. I think you addressed the issues I raised. First is for us to realize we made mistakes. And well, meaning, not like I was saying we didn't win or anything. It's one thing to win, and it's another thing for you to be declared a winner. So what happened in
Yeah,
between?
exactly.
So is
So
what
now I
happened
want to
in
declare us
between
a
that I want
winner.
us to correct. You understand?
Yeah. I understand you, Madam Rhoda.
Uh-huh.
The point is that now what will make them declare us winner is not what you are saying now. It's actually the fact that people will know that this election is a do or die affair. So I'm talking about the message. I agree with you. Increase. We are saying the same thing. It's almost
Yeah,
like a church, yeah. So if you have a church, you want to expand your church, or if you have a business, if you have a school, if you have anything, you always want to expand, even if you are doing so well.
exactly.
But you also look at the strongest point of failure in physics, the also point of failure. So I'm just saying that it's important to know at this point that while we are doing this grassroots mobilization, thanks to Mommy B, thanks to yourself, that whatever grassroots mobilization we are doing, if it stops at just telling people, oh, get your PVC, come and vote, it's to be honest, I'm going to very blunt, it's useless. The message should be very clear that 2027 election is an election for your life. If you that's if people survive 2027. But I get your point. So it's very important for us to get the message while we are on the journey of this mobilization. All right, Adamu, I'll come over to you. Thanks, Madam Rhoda, for that submission. And again, condolences for our please extend our condolences to the families that lost loved ones. Adamu, you did it. I first talk and say Adamu. If I told know Adamu could not sleep. Adamu, 3, 2. She are talking for this page just now. Say Adamu, if you don't sleep for this speaker session. You don't think this violence people I say don't think we don't do one. Adamu, I thought you would have changed for season 2. But anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much to everybody that was able to come up today. I think I'm getting a new speaker. I mean, we're trying to round up the space, but while I'm going to try to get some of the speakers now to see if we have under just one or two more submission before we end, please let me re-echo it again. It's just I'm too used to saying please. Tinubu, #Tinubu is a one-term president is very important. It's our way of also trying to counter the narrative or whatever these people are trying to bring now, whatever they're trying to do now. There are a lot of people that needs to be sure that they are not alone. And some of the ways we do it is some of this narrative. I wish people understand how these things work, because I have a feeling sometimes some people might think, oh, these things is not going to work. But it's not really about that. It's about people getting the narrative, because there are a lot of people that feel like they are alone. So it's when they get into a space like this, it's when they see hashtags like that trend, they'll be like, okay, there's still a fight going on, and they can meet us at some point. All right, Ope, I want to believe you are close to your phone. If you are there, please unmute your mic and speak.
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening, everyone. I'm trying to get to a good spot of the internet, and okay, I don't know. Am I audible enough? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Again, we're back to this, and one thing I want to first of all start with is I don't want people to second guess or second doubt themselves. There is nobody who goes into an election knowing 100% I will win. It is doable to remove a sitting president. It has been done in Nigeria. It has been done in places elsewhere with even worse level of dictatorship. I think that that's one thing we have to do. And there's currently a psychological warfare going on where, they're working on people's psychology of already telling people that whether you like it or not, he has the whole apparatus of state. The incumbent is alpha and omega. He's undefeatable. I want us to clearly know that if he's undefeatable, he won't be running campaigns in 2015. He knows they're running campaigns for him. Whether he comes out to deny it or not, he won't be running campaigns in 2015. It is doable, and I hope we do it. Then the next thing I was going to talk about is the last speaker who spoke was someone, I think she ran election, and I think that's the next place where I have my problem, is that whatever the movement is going to throw up, and whatever, and I think this speaks directly to Mr. Peter Obi, is that I think he needs to take more interest in those who are going to be flag bearers under his party, under whatever party he chooses to run. I think it's very, very important. You see, one of the great mistakes, I don't know if we can call it mistake, but one of the great misdeeds that happened in the last elections was we had opportunists. I don't want to put a number to it, but a lot of people who got elected on the platform of Labour Party, who rode on Mr. Peter Obi's back, a lot of them are opportunists. And what does an opportunist do? An opportunist just uses you to get to where he's going to, and once he gets there, he really doesn't care. So I think we have to be very intentional. I know it's not a given, it's not 100% where you can put your hand on your chest and say this person will be loyal or this person will stay true to the cause or whatever. But I think that's another area we need to have, I don't know how that will be done, because sometimes if you say you want to screen it with money, and then you then open up the space for people with money bags, I don't know what that template will be like, but I think that's very important. And then like Saddam said, I don't think the problem is because people talk about politics and I think the message just has to be consistent. It's just that, is your life better off in 2025 than it is in 2027? Tinubu becoming president, what has it done to you? What has it done to your finances? Do you understand? So I don't think it's going to be a problem of getting people to vote or those who are decamping. Politicians will decamp, but at the end of the day, how many people do these so-called politicians and their heavyweights, how many people do they have? They will say, I'm moving over with 100 million people, and then the election itself, you have 20,000, 30,000 people voting. So I'm not bothered about people. I think so-called politicians. I think the message is constant. There's hunger in the land. There's hunger greater than before. these days you're afraid to check your WhatsApp messages. You're afraid to pick up on no numbers because it's billion. I think where the issue is, and one thing that they have done, and which I think is good now, is that everybody knows now that do whatever you have to do and win. Do not think the court is going to do you any good. I'm trying to see what they're going to do in Edo if they will get, if the justice system will actually do what is right in Edo. Because if not, then it's clear and obvious, because the Edo, I think they brought everything, that all the so-called mistakes that the PPT talked about, the petitions of both parties in 2023 elections rather. I think the people in Edo corrected it. They came with their facts, they came with their everything. So we're watching and seeing. What that does now is everybody knows that it's going to be a do or die affair. And I hope that, and I know it is not in his person, but I hope that, in the campaigns of election, the candidate, Mr. Peter B, is clear and obvious. The tone has to change. It has to be that, since this is what you people want, forget about that thing called the court. We are going to slug it out. The same way APC did that. If you rig this election, there'll be a parallel government. Those type of forceful statements, those type of forceful attitudes going into the election. Let everybody know that, what, if you want to scatter the country, cuckoo scatter the country, and let's know that this is not a democracy. But if we are going to have a democracy, you see that whole idea of server this, uploading that, all of that is no. We will follow it from the vote to the polling, from the polling stations to the local, to the ward, from the ward to the local, and be forceful like that. I think that is where the whole main thing is, because I don't think there's going to be a problem in getting the votes. I don't see it. I don't see it, especially with what is happening now. Even if there's no coalition, like I say, even if there's no coalition, like I say, I don't think the incumbent president has the capacity to win. I think he's trying to build a southern bloc, and I don't think the states he's trying to build his southern bloc on. I don't think those are states where he can get 70%. Even Lagos State, he's not going to get 70% of the votes. Forget about it. It will never happen. So, and where the areas in which PO is strong, he will do extremely well. And I think he can only do better, because I'm sure he's taken out, he must have employed people who do stats, and they must have mapped out they must have marshaled out the plan. I think the plan is there. It would be nice if we have people who come together and collapse, and if it's called a coalition, if it's called whatever, support him. But if not, I think it's doable. I think it's extremely doable. Yes, there's enough time, and now everybody knows, that the elections, just win on that day, forget about whatever happens. Just make sure that you get enough votes to force INEC to declare you as winner. Forget about the courts, forget about any type of adjudication. But I think for those of us, we also have to sell this message to ourselves and to people that we know, that don't let nobody tell you that he cannot be defeated. He's not God. He has the same way he has run Lagos is, this divide and rule. When election time comes, say this candidate is an Igbo candidate, he's now taking it, he's now extending that same thing to Nigeria. I don't think he doesn't thrive on elections where you. And the good thing is that as president, you can't be in 36 states at the same time. You have to, delegate. And I think that's why he's trying to get strong men, so to speak. But the will of the people, is way more than strong men. I think if you take NSAS, for example, where these politicians just having a couple of days of, demonstrations, these guys were running helter-skelter. So I don't think they are that bold, especially now knowing that, he doesn't have the core knot, I don't think he's going to want to, try and do anything out of the blues. Even if he wants to rig, he will try and rig where he's popular. He can't rig where he's unpopular. And we need to find a way to get more people to come out and vote. I think if the higher the number of turnout, the higher the chances of him losing, A low turnout suits him 100%. And I think that'll be all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ope. I don't think there's a better way to have ended this space. That's I mean, I think that's like a summary, like so much of a good way to summarize the entire points that have been made. In fact, you summarized my thoughts safe, Joe and Inside. Thank you very much. Your submission was so clear, crystal. Like, thank you very much for that submission. And guys, just pretty much in the process of rounding up. First, I'm going to say for one last time, make sure before you sleep that you have made at least 1, 2, 3 tweets using hashtag Tinubu is a one-term president. Does it remove Tinubu from presidency today? No. Is that the only thing we need for Tinubu not to rig his way in 2027? No. But one thing it is that it is at least one step, or if you say one step is too big, it is at least a drop of water from the whatever we need to get to that point. So don't disregard it. Just tweet about it, talk about it, ensure you let people know, like help to grow people's confidence. Like Ope was saying, the major battle now is like the psychological battle. To be honest, what Tinubu wants to do now is with this whole decamping, with this entire move, just make people feel like, oh, 2027 is gone, right? Which is, to be honest, if you leave it to default, that's what it really is. So I don't even think it needs to do this to achieve that if we leave it to default. But like I said earlier on this space, if we apply ourselves to it the way we should, there is absolutely nothing, no coalition, nothing whatsoever that can stop us. Simply put, the current mess, the only people that can rescue us out of this mess is us, Nigerians, home and abroad. We are the only people that can rescue ourselves out of this current mess. And if we choose to leave it in 2027, I repeat, if we choose to leave it till 2027, it is fine. But I can tell you that it is inevitable. It is inevitable for us not to apply ourselves to some form of madness to deal with these people. I'm telling you, if we are going to leave it to, let's vote, let's change up, let's just mobilize, excite people like we did last time. My work, people might get the same high number of votes. We might have agents all over the polling unit. We might check every boxes. Like Ope was just saying now, Ope, I can tell you for sure. It's not jinxing. I can tell you for sure that the Supreme Court, I'm glad you made it very clear that even the boxes that the court said in the PPT that, some of others not loopholes. For me, it was just excuses. I had this conversation with somebody. I said, they will shift the goalpost at every point in time. So in that PPT, they said, don't bring your evidence like this. You did not do this, you did not do that. It's excuse. It wasn't a loophole. They just brought it as a technicality. I'm glad, like you said, that now the PDP guys in Edo State have covered those loopholes. And I can almost tell you for free, and not just Okpena, I mean everybody, that Supreme Court will not give PDP the election in Edo. Is not going to happen. So, to be honest, I feel like we all know, I feel like deep down within each and every one of us, we know where we are at and what we need to do. What's only left is how we can apply ourselves to do it. That's why we are here. That's why we are still having these spaces to keep talking to ourselves, but to also extend it to other people. So please, All this talk I've been saying is to tell you that use this hashtag. Tinubu is a one-term president, and any other hashtag that comes up, just keep speaking it. Just keep ensuring people know that this is all psychological warfare, and the only way we can overcome it is to make sure that the politicians too know that we'll be ready for them. We are ready for them. So on that note, I'll say thanks to everybody for coming. Apologies to, we're able to take a lot of people actually. Apologies to the very few persons that we couldn't take, at the end. Hopefully we'll be back again next week, Thursday. So Saddam.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. Guys, thank you very much. I think we have come to the end of on that session of the violence space. I think today's space was just one that needed to happen. And thank you to every one of you that contributed. Those that could not speak, please. It's not intentional. We try to bring as many people as possible because today's conversation is one that needed to be heard and heard loud and clear. When I've already summed everything up, I think it's important to understand that narrative shaping is a duty that every one of us hold. Nobody knows what's going to happen in 2027. Tinubu does not know whether he will even. Nobody even knows. Nobody's promised tomorrow. No matter how healthy you think you are, nobody's promised tomorrow. Nobody's promised next year. Nobody's promised 2027. Nobody knows what will happen for 2027. So that he's planning now, he's planning to fail. Because the only thing I will always say is that it is his scorecard, his governance for Nigeria in these 4 illegitimate years that he has stayed in power that will save or will destroy him. But if they are planning to rig, we as Nigerians should be ready to withstand and reject it. I have no hope. I'm saying one more time, I'm not hoping on Peter Obi. I'm not hoping on any politician to tell me what to do in 2027. 2027 is about my life, my family. That's how I'm seeing it. So I'm putting my life and my family, my life, Tinubu and this gang of criminals are after my life and my family. That's how I see it. So I don't need to come and give me directive and tell me, oh, Saddam, we wait. I'm not following to end. There's no, I don't. 2023 have proven to me that there's no system that works in Nigeria again. The court doesn't work. INEC doesn't work. So if I want INEC to work, I will work and force INEC to work. If I want the court to work, they will not even me now. They will have to go to the court, not us going to court. That is the mentality I'm taking into 2023, all through this period. And I wish everybody can imbibe this mentality and not just keep it online. Take it offline. Take it offline. Your family, your friends, your relatives, your associates, your place of work. You get into the market. You're telling Nigerians 2027 is do or die. Is do or die. That is the mentality going forward. I remember when we started pushing in this movement. On the violence president, we're saying voters registration 1 for 10. On the violence president, where we started 1 for 10, 1 for 10. Each one person get 10 voters, and we performed human miracle. So there's no reason why we cannot do it and outdo ourselves again. I believe the resilient spirit of Nigerians. I believe the resilient spirit of obedience, well-meaning Nigerians. I believe that if we put our mind into something, we can do it. If we want to do it individually, we do it and we succeed well. Now is the time to save our country. One person, one man cannot do it. That's why I'm not hoping on Peter Obi to. Peter Obi is a vehicle I'm going to use and ride into 2027. That is for me. So I don't care. I'm not caring about what he's going to do. Me, I'm going to do it. Make sure I do everything possible to make sure. So the people that are waiting for Peter Obi have to come and say this. Peter Obi have to say that. Don't even talk for me. I don't want to hear you speak sef, for me. Sef. Just politics as a politician. I personally will do all I can in my own power. And I hope every other Nigeria will take this mentality that you have to do all you can as your own power. If Tinubu is after your life, then you know you have to fight for your life. If Tinubu is favoring you, then you can vote for Tinubu. That's where my own end for today. But thank you guys for coming out on the violence space today. Hopefully, God's willing, we'll be back next week Thursday. And hopefully next week Thursday again on that episode of the Emir Sirdam show will be premiering. But if you have not watched my last show with David Hunde, please rush to to YouTube, and the link is up on the Jumbotron. You can watch it. Drop your comments, like, share, subscribe. Thank you to over 20 something thousand of you guys have already watched this. God bless you guys. All of you that have liked, subscribed, and I read all your comments. Thank you guys. That's the energy we need to keep pushing on into this season that we're getting into. And yes, May 2nd, hopefully, finger crossed, May 2nd will be a great day again for Nigerians to expose the criminals in power. Until I see you guys next week, Thursday, I say thank you to every one of you. My brother, well in Nigeria, thank you for the sacrifice. NCs could not join us because NCs also, well in Nigeria. You and NCs, you people, you lost your grandmother at the same time. N6 also lost his grandmother. So please, guys, reach out to N6 and show him some love. Yeah, she died at the very ripe age of 93 years. So it's a celebration of life. But when you lose someone, it's always, no matter how old the person is, it's always a part of you that is gone. So please reach out to N6 and show him some love from the Violence Space family. Let him know that we are with him. And we are, forget to see him tweeting, he's still passing through a lot here. But I personally understand the journey he passed through with that woman all throughout her health crisis for years. Essex was coming here talking, but that guy was always helping that woman. Many people don't understand what we do behind the scenes, but please reach out to that young man and show him some love and appreciation. Thank you to you, every one of you on the platform. One more time, I see you, Mambolanle. Thank you. Opel, those that could not speak, please, no vex on me. I will come back next week Thursday, as I always on this platform. Nigeria Matano, they finish. Bulaba will do something again this week. More governors might decamp again for this week, self, or even next week, self. In fact, even if you say I'm at the point where even if I hear say let's go to the camp, I don't care. I'm at that point in my head already. I don't care. If I
Madam, thank you.
if,
I forget
if
talk
I
that
hear
thing.
say even Dati the camp, I don't care. I don't care. There's nobody out the camp now that is going to push me and say, oh no 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 no. Let all of them decamp. Self. So in my mind, I cannot be fulfilled when I say, oh, all you politicians are the same. I cannot hit it in my chest and say it. The only person who go say go decamp when go say, ha. Otilo, happy to be, to be not the camp. I go to say it is over. It is over. But as long as that man is standing, I reverberate with the energy and the spirit of that man. I stand and believe that a new Nigeria is indeed possible. Thank you to every one of you. I see my brother, Big Captain Jamil. God bless you so much. Idan, my guy. Idan, they worry you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Balactic, my sister Sarah, Ibrahim, how you doing? Thank you so much. Sweet Angel of the River Best Fame. Thank you so much. Anka Dede, Mommy, Gospel for Nigeria. My Mama Wakiri, thank you so much. Ola Wumi, my brother, thank you so much. Health is wealth. Kola Day, my big bro, Dr. Bankole. And yes, happy birthday to my brother Mazi. Happy birthday to you, Tommy. Tommy, our brother, happy birthday to you. Oluwadam Larry, I see you. Dogus Dege, my brother, thank you so much. Adamu, the regular Nigeria, my guy, thank you so much for supporting me on Instagram. Oh, guys, please go and follow Emir Sirdam Show on Instagram and TikTok. You guys will be showing me love there. My brother King Zanga, you're just touring the world. Thank you so much. Mr. Tony is the first son, El Ray. Onimale, my ginger brother, thank you. Engineer Matthew, Madam Stella, thank you. Mary White, Wenzi, Mugzi, Vinny, one call my brother Temitope. How you doing? Odi, Nedu and the Gregory guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. David, Dr. Royal, Chinemerem, Concern Nigeria, Julius, Riles, the Nigerian citizen, Wake Up, Dr. Talatu, Duke, Talks, Sammy, the guy, Francis, Dr. Haruna Inze, Mimi, Dr. Former, Underrated, Damilola, Kandake, Ninja Mind, Adegbola. Guys, you guys are too many. Ordinary Girl, my MVP of today. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you all for sticking us on the violence space. We'll be back next week, Thursday, God's willing, on this platform. Please do not end this night or go to bed without tweeting Tinubu is a one-term president. I beg you guys, let us end this night with one tweet each of Tinubu is a one-term president with a hashtag. Let it go viral one more time. Let them understand that we are not giving them any inch of this space called social media. I'll see you guys next week, Thursday, God's willing. Please go and watch the Emir Sirdam Show. Stream, share with your family and friends. And may the good Lord continue to bless you all.